Well, we're doing something a little bit different on today's show. We're actually hanging out at Holy Covenant Church here in North Park in Saskatoon because there's a big event for Saskatoon's Christian community next week, and that includes the Global Day of Prayer. So right now, Maylene joins us. She is part of the volunteer group of organizers who's helping to put this event on. Thanks for joining us, Maylene.
Thank you, Anne.
So you've been involved with this event for a long time here in Saskatoon.
Yes, since 2008 when we had our first Global Day of Prayer.
Tell us a bit about the idea behind this Global Day of Prayer. I mean, I know a lot of people go to church on a regular basis or they do their prayer on their own. Why this special day?
Right. There was a man in South Africa. His name is Powers, I think, Graham Power. And he had a vision based on 2 Chronicles 7:14, which says, "If my people, God's people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." And that vision was fulfilled the next year when they filled a stadium with around 45,000 people gathering together to pray.
Wow, so typically, you know, there's different denominations, right? And some people go to the United Church, other people go to a Pentecostal church, and there's all these different groups. But this is sort of a day that unites a lot of different denominations together.
Oh, certainly. It's all denominations, and this year, or last year, I know for sure, they had over 220 countries involved, whether in small groups or, church groups, even in businesses and in big stadiums and like that too.
Excellent. So here in Saskatoon, you have basically a whole week of festivities. Tell us a bit about what we can expect during the week.
Yes, plans are underway for 10 days of prayer at Hope Fellowship Church. And during those 10 days, we'll be focusing on 10 different themes.
Okay.
And for example, the first one will be Our City, Righteousness and Justice. So we'll be praying into that, and people will be coming from different denominations, and all ages are welcome.
Okay, great. Now you have a more specific workshop also coming up, and that has to do with flagging. Tell us, what is flagging?
Right. Worship flagging is one art form that's a very, what's the word? I guess creative and expressive way of worship.
Okay, so I mean, most of us are familiar with, singing and the sermons and the traditional aspects of prayer, but this is, as you said, it's more like a creative kind of a dance. So there's a workshop coming up for that. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, we're excited to have Darlene West of Westworks Flags from Calgary coming to teach on the meaning of flagging and the scriptural basis of it, meanings of colors, and all the different ways or different kinds of flags used in worship. So,
okay, sounds good. Well, that's another creative way to participate in that week. After the break, we will find out more, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. After the break, we'll have more right here on Shaw TV.